I bought a 91 Brougham. Boom. I've been wanting one for a while. It was completely stock when I bought it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to lift it. On the back here, you can see I got fancy with those springs and painted them. That's my Expedition springs. I would recommend using F250 springs or taller because these didn't give me as much as I wanted, but with the air shocks aired up, I get a full 5 inches lift. And I just run my air shock cable to the back here. And right there, you can see it up there. It comes out the back and just aired up right there. All I did with those is I had cheap spring compressors, outer spring compressors from Harbor Freight. Compressed them. I didn't have to take the axle off. I didn't have to do anything. Same thing with these shocks. Just dismounted them, mounted them back up. If I really want to get fancy with it, I can extend those control arms, the 4 links, and just cut them in 2 and weld them and extend them, but I don't have to do that. I'm fixing to replace my rear end, or just put a mini spool in the rear end on it, so I've got both wheels spinning. But yeah, that's it for the back. That's everything in the back right there. Just F250 springs and air shocks off 1500 Chevrolet, and they mount right up. Then you just run your airline and boom, 5 inches of lift. Where I'm at. That is a Cadillac spring. That is an F250 spring. What I've done to the F250 spring is cut that off the top. See right there? Just cut it off so it would fit. I've already done this side. I've got the ball joints. I had to replace the upper ball joint because I busted it. Instead of buying the donk lift, I went with F250 springs because you can get the same amount of lift, and they want about $400 for donk springs, and I found F250 springs for 20 bucks and Expedition springs for 20 bucks. To get your ball joint to bust loose from the top, I had to rent a ball joint separator from AutoZone. $19 deposit. You have to have a inner spring compressor. I didn't have one. Thought I could do it without it. You can't. So I rented that from AutoZone for $50 deposit. So yeah, besides that, disconnect the sway bar right here, take the shock out of the center, which I had to heat it a little bit at the top up here, and use an impact drill to get it to back off. Just made it easier. It come off after I heated it for 5 seconds. I pulled it out, and I've got 1500 Chevrolet shocks going up front too. They just give you more travel. There's that shock. And this shock is right here. Let me open it. It's just a little bit more travel, which is what I'm going for. I'm building a Gambler 500 rig. See, it's just a taller shock. Much taller than the factory. That's what I want, is taller. But yeah, all in all, on the lift, and even with the center link that I replaced, the damper, and the idler arm down there on the other end, I've got about 150 bucks in this lift altogether, and the air shocks in the back and the other. So it's a lot of time and effort. It's a lot of crap, and I had to buy new ball joints, upper ball joints, which they're $19 and some change a piece. So like I said, it's about 150, 160 bucks and the whole thing. And I've got my car lifted about 5 inches. So cheap lift, this is the way to go. Any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll get back to you on them. Yeah, that's about it. You got your rivets right here. There's 4 of them. The other kit comes with bolt-in pieces. So I'm just going to drill these out. And yeah, then put in the other one. Alright, I've got them kind of drilled. So now I'm going to take an old crappy screwdriver, big hammer, ball joint's out. Pops right out. Then you have these little rivets, 2 of these stuck, so take the hammer. Ball joint, boom. Put this on the bottom. Then you line your bolts up. That's all there is to it. And this thing is dangerous as hell. Since I've been using it, it has popped off on me about 4 times already. And I've been lucky not to bust my face. So be careful when you use it. I hate it. I put my cut in on top, inside the upper part, and the factory end that I didn't cut on F250 springs on the bottom. See, and it pops like that. Alright, let's try it. Okay, I got the jack right here. Got the spring cut end up, because that was the end that was up before. Very carefully place it in here. Hope it don't spring and kill you. Alright, I finally got the springs seated inside of there. Now, using the jack to jack it up. Stick it through the ball joint. It's actually going. Spring compressor's removed. I hooked the anti-lock brake thing back up. Got to put the caliper back on, and I'm gonna put the sway bar back on. Gave me so much lift. It is ridiculously tall now.